We start with 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, we have been looking for buy, and this is what we get. We put our target as 1.8, following by 1.9. As we can see, almost the price near to 1.8. And right now, the traders need to consider whether they want to keep the trade or take out the profit. If they want to keep the trade, they should at least try to manage and book some profit. And if we put this top in relative to the previous one, if we refer to the indicators, we see we have a divergence. And as well here, no one see what's the next, whether we can look for continuation or the price can drop. In this case, we move to higher time frame. We want to see what we have based on daily chart. As we can see based on the daily chart, the price reverse, but we want to see whether the price can break the previous stop or not, because we're looking at this one as a correction. And the question is whether we can expect this one turn to big a correction in relative to this for one more drop, or we can expect the price to continue from here. Technically, when we see we have this kind of the flat, we can expect the price to give us one more drop. Okay, before we get the reversal, and the next drop should break the lowest price of this move. All right, but no one see what's the next and how we can look for trade, whether we can get the correction for continuation with the breakout of the stop or not. In this case, we move to forward chart, and whoever, that's why who I mentioned, whoever get the trade within this move, they should start to manage it. Okay, in case we get one more drop, because last time we have been looking for this one, the price couldn't retest the previous low. If the price could retest the previous low, we could look for reversal as a long term, but right now we get the reversal from here, and now we're looking at this one as a big picture. And what we want to see the continuation with the breakout of 1.83. We want to see price continue from here. Okay, that's why but beside that, we need to be aware this one still can tend to be a correction. We can expect the price consolidate here for a longer time. And even if we want to look for buy, as long as the price haven't broke the previous top within this range, we need to know that we are based at the top already. And even if the price continue, mostly we can have a divergence. Okay, and even if we want to look for trade, if we get the sell in terms of the risk and reward, it can give us better trade setup. Now, want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, if we want to look for any trade, either buy or sell, we need to get the correction here. The first things we can look at this, we get the deep correction, we see the flat. If we see the flat, mostly with the next move can break the previous stop. The only times we cannot look for trade for buy if the price based on lower time frame, we see the continuation trade setup for sell. Then with the breakout of this low, mostly we can expect the price to retest the previous low. Okay, since the price haven't broke this top, maybe this one still can be part of this move. Then how we can look for trade? As I mentioned, we don't have any trade setup. And if I move to 1 hour chart, again, whoever get the trade, they should start to manage. And can we consider this one tend to flag similar to what we have here for one move up? It can, but as mentioned, if the price, as long as the price haven't broke the previous top, any trade within this one is a short-term trade. It depends on the traders. If they want to trade this as a short-term trade, as long as they get into the profit, they start to manage it. Okay, and right now, if we want to look for trade setup, because this one doesn't give us any trade setup similar to what we have here, only way is to put our entry above this. That's why it's a short-term trade. All right, if this one turned to a deeper correction, we can look for flat. Then any reversal from there, we can expect to break the previous stop. That means we can look for buy if this one turned to a deeper move. And how about if this is the start of the down move? If we want to look for trade, we need to see the flag or correction here. Then we can look for sell. Because if we get the sell in terms of the risk and reward, it can give us better trade setup. Then how we can look for trade? As I mentioned, we don't have any trade setup. Can we expect to get the one more drop? We take the sell from there. After that, we look for buy. Yes, similar to what we get here. The price drop, there was a correction. We get the sell. This is what we get as a short term. Then after that, we get for look for buy. Also, if we get any opportunity for sell, we take the trade, we start to manage it. Okay. And if this is the start of the down move, then just we keep the trade. But after we get the sell, if we see there is no kind of after the drop, we see there is a reversal similar to what we get here. As we can see here, the price was correcting. We take out the trade in the profit, then any buy from there we will take it. That's mean we will consider as what we have here. All right, this is what how we can look at this. That's why If we get any opportunity for sell, also we can look for. But right now we cannot confirm because we don't have any trade either for sell or for buy. The only thing says if we put this one as a flag in relative to this, even if we want to look for trade, the only way is to put our entry above here. But we should know that the price haven't broke the previous top. That's why it's quite risky. We should have the proper management. Okay. Anyway, if the price drop in terms of the risk and reward, we can look for better trade setup. And even if we want to look for buy, let this one turn to a deeper correction. And as I say, we don't have any trade setup. Whoever get the trade within this move, they should start to manage. And if in this case we just follow the chart, if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.